In this case, if you read down, so the population. So they say the parameter of interest is talking about the true mean weight. Okay, so you are talking about W is the weight of a slice of slices of cheese. Okay. Okay, so the question said this one, did they say it is normally distributed? Yes, the weight is normally distributed with a mean of 21 gram and the standard deviation of 0.5 gram. Yeah, okay, so now the distribution of W is shown. So you have the distribution of W. So then the question says, on the horizontal axis of a normal density curve above, write numbers to illustrate the distribution. So if you want to write number to illustrate the distribution, you should know that the property of normal distribution, correct? Still remember the property of normal distribution? The highest point is the mean. The inflection point is roughly here. 2, 3 standard deviation away at the faded point. So this is 21.0, 8.5, 22.0, and here is 22.5. One stand here is 3 standard deviation away. Okay, and here also 3 standard deviation down. Okay, so here is 20. So you count the, I got make the mark there, correct? Okay, so you're supposed to put 21.0. Do you know why? Because we go right up to 1 decimal point. So here is 20.5, 20.0, and here is 19.5. So you get 1 mark for that. Okay, then they say the slice of processed cheese are sold in packet of 12. Okay, so packet of 12. So each packet itself is a what?
Sample.
Thank you. It's a random sample, right? Okay, what is the sample size?
12.
So sample size is 12. Good. Okay, what is the parameter of interest here?
The average weight of slices.
Parameter of interest is the sample mean. Am I right? You are studying the sample mean. So from this sample mean, we are going to use this to predict the population mean at the bottom there. Am I right? Or we are going to find the probability. Yeah, so this parameter of interest is a sample mean. So I don't know how the question goes. So after that, so they say, okay, the slices of processed cheese are sold in a packet of 12. Let W12 be the average weight of the slice. That means the mean, the sample mean, okay? In a random chosen packet. Write down the mean and the standard deviation of this. Okay. So part A is done. Part B. Okay, Mikia, can I know what is the mean of the sample mean weight of 12 slices of cheese? So this is the mean of the sample mean. Okay, Mikia, what is the answer? Huh? 12 times 21? Are you sure? Are you sure? Ashley, is that correct? Is that correct?
No.
No, definitely not. We are not talking about the sum. Am I right? So Ashley, may I know what is the answer?
12.
12, how do you get 12?
The sample size?
Is the sample size the mean weight? Sample size is n. Woohoo. Do you know central limit theorem, Ashley?
Yes.
So you tell me, what does central limit theorem tell you about the mean of the sample mean? Mikia is not 12. I told you 12 is the sample size.
The mean of the sample mean is equal to the mean.
The population mean. So can you please look at this question and tell me what is the population mean?
21.
Yes. Until now, whoever don't know this, that is 21 gram. It's good to put 21.0. Okay. How about the standard deviation of the sample mean distribution? Amahan. The rest of you, you know, you can just continue with other part, okay? Amahan?
Can you hear me, miss?
Can I have the answer? How do you get the answer?
Is it the standard deviation multiplied by square root of sample?
Divide by square root of n, am I right?
Oh.
Okay, so what divide by what? Can you tell me?
Wait, no, input the calculator.
Please don't plan to fail, okay? Please, please, please. I ask you to download practice test SAT1. Mikia, did you do that? Okay, I got it. You ask Stephanie to text me, okay? Then I will have a record of it. Then I will put her as absent with permission. Square root of 12. Are you clear? Okay. Okay, on the axis, then you have to draw. So this one, you have to roughly get the approximate value first, then you draw. So you have to be, so 0.14. So approximately 0.15. Okay, so that means the graph that you get, okay. This time round, I didn't ask you to plot the graph because I've tested you in in SAT 5 already. So the graph should be taller. Can go like that. So this will be your X bar, W bar 12 sample mean distribution. Okay, so I will go continue with part C. Okay, part C, they say on the graph, okay, you draw already. Yeah, illustrate the facts. Okay, you have to illustrate the facts that, okay, 21 is here. 21.4 is around here. So they say less than 21.4. So it's around here. So this is the area. So for the blue one, then you have to draw with blue. So sometimes it's good that during the real exam, correct? You bring in color pencil. Yeah. So definitely the blue one is less than the green one. Okay. So that is how you illustrate. So this is something that we have learned in chapter 8. Yeah. So in this question, you have to know also. Got it? So that is part C. So then they say, pack the 12 slices of processed cheese are labeled containing 250. Okay, now, for this question, it's up to you how you want to do it. Yeah, how you want to do it. So, if the label is 250, I'm talking about part D, if the label is 250, so what is the mean weight? Can you tell me what is the mean weight? I expect 250 divided by 12, am I right? Okay, so that will be the mean weight. So find the probability that a random chosen pack of 12 will contain less than its label. So that means the probability that the mean weight of the 12 is less than 250 divided by 12. Okay, so you use your normal CDF. Because we got this and this already, that's why I don't want to use the sum. So you can put in negative 10 to the power 99, 250 divided by 12, 21, then 0.5 divided by square root of 12. Okay, if you don't want to do like that for this question, this is one way of doing it. If you don't want, you also can do it like that. Okay, if you use as sum of the 12 slices, then you have to use normal CDF negative 10 to the power 99, 250. Okay, what is the standard deviation and what is the mean that I must use? Brandon, what is the mean that I must use? If I use SN, yeah, yes?
252.
Okay, is it 21 times 12?
Yeah.
You can just put in like that. Okay, then how about the standard deviation? Square root of 12 times 0.5. Okay, so it's up to you. You can give me both. In this case, I will not deduct your mark. Yep. Are you okay? So the other one is sold in the 50. So you just do accordingly. Yeah. So the part 2, you use inverse norm. Hello? Any question on the rest of it? So please, you have to know how to get all this. Okay, I give you 5 minutes to settle the rest of it. If you have any question, you can ask. Answer is provided already. You can go and check the answer by yourself. Okay, anyone in this class, you have any question on your textbook? No, all can do. Or you didn't do at all. I can't do much. If you don't want to do, I can't do much about it. And if you don't want to ask also, I can't do anything about it. Okay. If you are done with question 1, then you can go to question 2, okay? Listen here carefully, everyone in the class. I'm not going to ask you one by one already. I think as a teacher, I have asked enough already. Okay, review set 9B, question 12. Okay, whoever want to listen to the review set 9B, question 12, you please go to the question 12 first. Okay, may I know what is your problem with question 12? Okay, you tell me your problem first. Then I will know how to explain. Vincent? Vincent, can you tell me what is the problem with question 12? Which part you don't understand?
Like I don't quite know what to do.
Oh, you don't quite know
Yeah,
what to do. Okay, but part A you should know, correct?
yeah. Part A, I managed to get part A. That I know. But
Okay.
part B is like
Okay, now, okay, may I know why part B you don't know what to do? Okay, I just want to know only, so that I will know how to explain.
to be honest, I have no idea what the question was.
Okay, you have no idea what the question was. Okay.
Yeah.
So whenever you see a P in front, so
Mhm.
this one represent what? Okay. Because you don't know what the question was. So that means you don't know how to read the mathematical sentence. Am I right?
Yeah, not so yeah.
Yeah, okay. So that's why I just want to know, if you see a P in front, when you study this chapter, what are you required to find?
Probability.
Yes, probability. Probability of what? Probability that okay, when you see this, what come to your mind?
They want oh shit, they want the
Never mind. You just tell me
sample.
what do you
sample
understand by this one?
They want to find the probability that the sample proportion.
Yes. So now
Yeah.
you know how to read.
between okay, yeah. You know what?
Yeah.
Yes.
So next time when you see this question, yes, next time when you see this question, you will know how to do. Yeah, am I right?
Mhm.
This, when you see this symbol, you know is a sample proportion.
All right.
Sample proportion. There are many sample proportions, right? So that means straight away you want to find the probability that the sample proportion lie between that. So what distribution you have to go to?
What?
What distribution? You want to find the probability of something, you must know that the variable, this is the variable that we are talking about. You
Yeah.
must know the property of this variable, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Is it normally distributed? That is the two things that we study. Normally
it is.
distributed,
Because the sample is like
or
300 books. Ma.
this is binomial distribution, correct?
Mm.
Yeah, but definitely not binomial, correct? Because when we talk about sample, we go according to central limit theorem. If the sample size is greater than 30, then the sample proportion or the sample mean distribution will be normally distributed. Am I right?
Yep.
So then you should be able to find it. So Vincent, which is better?
Huh?
I give
What
you
you-
the answer straight away or tell you step by step how to get the answer?
Step by step.
Yeah. So then next time when you see this, you will know what to do. The moment you see this, you know, I'm going to find the probability. So I must know what is the shape of the distribution of the sample proportion. So if I know it's normally distributed, I want to find the probability, I can use normal CDF. Am I right? Take the
Yep.
calculator out and get the answer. See or not?
Mm-hmm.
So maths is harder than English in the sense that English, they write in words. You know what they want. Maths, they like in symbol. You have to know what the symbol means. That's why people find that maths is difficult because maths has their own language. I tell you, maths is a language that is harder to learn than any other languages. You cannot master it in one day. And it's a language that is much harder to teach than any subject, I tell you. Because you have to use the normal language that you know, then you translate in the maths language, or from the maths language, you have to translate it into the languages that you know. Okay, so are you okay, Winston?
Yeah, I managed to get the answer.
Yeah, so the rest of it, you will benefit from it. Okay, anything else? No. Okay, so have you tried question 2? SAT 1, practice 1. SAT 6, practice 1. Have you tried question 2?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Okay, I can do it now.
Yeah, you can do it now. The rest, you don't understand what the question want, please ask, as what Vincent have done. You see, he did it and he gained from it. You don't ask, you be there, that's it. Even this question look very simple. To me, it's simple. To you, may not be simple. That's why I need to know why you don't know how to do the thing. Okay, for question 2, correct? For this test, I give 4 marks. Do you know what is the reason? because I don't use 95% confidence level. I use 97. You make sure you change it. Okay. Then you make sure you interpret it. Yeah. And I also didn't give you the standard deviation, correct? Okay, do you know how to do part B? Why 4 mark is given? Hmm? Okay, question 2A. How to get the answer? Queen,
902 plus 887 divided by 2.
okay, so what do you get?
894.5.
Okay, 894.5 meter. So this is the sample mean that we use, right? To estimate that confidence interval, correct? What is the sample size? What is the sample size, Queen? Miss No didn't read the question, long time. What is the sample size? Statistic was kept on a sample random selected drive. Oh, there is not given, correct?
Yeah.
So sample size is an unknown. Okay, what is the Z alpha over 2 for this case? So this is needed for part B. So N is unknown. Okay, so for part A, the Z alpha over 2, what is it? What is the Z alpha over 2?
2.17.
2.17, sure?
I think so. Yeah, pretty sure. Someone double check, please.
Cannot be. Cannot be more than 1.96 because 95% confidence level is 1.96. 90% will be less. Am I right? Because 90% the width is narrower.
Oh wait, 90%. I thought you meant
one.
97%. Sorry.
Wait, the 97% I'm saying for part A.
Okay, wait.
Is it 1.64?
1.64, yes. So this is 90% confidence level. So for our part B, the Z alpha over 2 is 97% confidence level. Correct? Okay, so Wensheng, just now you give me 2.17. 2.17. Okay. So you see, we don't have a standard deviation. We don't have a sample mean, correct? So to do part B, do you know why part B I give you until 4 marks? So to solve for part B, we have to use our information for part A. So our information from part A, it tells us like that. The predicted sample mean length, the mean length for the crew population, the highest is 902. The lowest is 887, correct? So according to our formula, so that's why in this case, the formula is important. It will be 894.5 plus Z alpha over 2 times by. So now with this, Can you get this? Can you get the value of this? Can you please calculate the value of that? Then you want to find your 95% confidence level. That's why 4 marks where I give you. I give you 4 marks here. You get this right. You put in, you write down this equation correctly. You get this value correct. So this will be 902 take away 894.5. The whole thing divided by 1.64. Am I right? So you get this correct. I give you another mark. So you want to find the 97 confidence level, confidence interval. How you do it? So you want to find 97% confidence interval, you use this. You use the formula. And now that is your Z alpha over 2.17. Then times by whatever value you have here. And here is 894.5. Take away 2.17 times by whatever value you get. So you got the answer. So you got all your 4 marks. Are you okay? So this question, you have to read the question carefully. You have to decide whether you need to do the formula or you can use your GC straight away. Isn't it? This is one of the questions in the textbook. I said, please go through all your textbook questions. I've explained this before already. Yeah. So everyone, are you okay with part B? So you are using the information from part A from the question to get what is this? What do you call this? EJ, what do you call this? EJ?
Sampling error.
Yes, sampling error. Okay. After you get your sampling error, you put into the formula, you also can get any confidence interval that you like. Are you okay? So then part C should be simple and straightforward. You do the analysis. Are you okay? So how to get your Z alpha over 2 is equally important. Most of the question, I vary the confidence level for your this coming SAT. Okay? Whether you need to use a formula or not, you have to read the question by yourself. Usually, if sample size is given, standard deviation is given, you can straight away use your Z interval or one prop Z interval. If not, usually you have to go back to your formula. Are you clear? Okay, let's go to question 3. Okay, Ethan Xu, Ethan Xu, can you explain to me part A1? Can you explain to us part A1?
Value of 0.5 is chosen for the proportion because it is the maximum. It is the maximum proportion.
So what is the objective of the question?
Explain why the value of 0.5 is chosen.
It's chosen to do what?
It's chosen for the proportion.
Yeah, it's chosen for the proportion to do what? For what purpose? 0.5 is the proportion chosen for you to determine what?
The smallest number of people needed for the survey.
So, yeah. So when you say the smallest number needed to do the survey, that means you are looking for what?
The minimum.
Yeah, the minimum. I know minimum of what? In our statistic, what we are calling that smallest number of people is referring to what? We are talking about sample, correct?
Or the minimum sample size.
Yes. Yeah, we are trying to get the minimum. Why 0.5 is chosen to determine the minimum sample size in this case? They are asking you. So that is how, if I translate it, explain why value of 0.5 is chosen for the proportion. Because we know that we want to find sample size, correct, for proportion, correct? We want to find the minimum sample size, correct? The proportion, you still remember the formula? So first of all, before you answer this question, first of all, you have to know what is the part A description trying to tell you. The question is, if I want to produce a margin of error of 0.04 for my predicted true population proportion, so what should my minimum sample size? Do you get me? Yeah, someone have tell me the correct answer. So Ethan, can you please try to give me the answer again? Ethan Xu. If you read further, correct? If you read further, the question, correct? So sometimes when you talk about statistics, correct, you have to read through the whole question. If you read further, you are talking about you want to predict the true population proportion of people who agree to decrease the driving age to 15 years old, then you can start driving already. Correct? How many of you got your driving license already? Malaysia, 17 years old, correct? Above, then only you can get your driving, correct? So this question, they want to reduce the driving, decrease to 15 years old. So they want to know the number of people with a margin of error of 0.04. Okay, so Ethan, can you please try to explain why 0.5 is chosen for this case?
Because the minimum number of the minimum sample size occurs when the proportion equals to 0.5.
Is it the minimum sample size?
Maximum.
Maximum. Yes. And the reason why you choose 0.5 here is because, okay, according to the formula, you can say according to the formula. So what you do is you do according to the formula. So actually this question come out in the past year before. I can't remember which year it is. Huh? According to the formula, you want to get the minimum sample size, you use this formula, correct? 2 times what? Alpha over 2 divided by the width square, then P 1 minus P. So in this case, okay, in this case, we don't know the population proportion. We also don't have a sample proportion, correct? So according to this relationship, the proportion of, if proportion is equal to 0.5, it will give us a maximum sample size. Our sample size will not go beyond this value. So you can even draw the graph. So you say 0.5 is chosen because we don't know the population proportion. We also don't know any sample proportion. So we use 0.5 to give us a judgment of population sample size. Are you okay? You can draw out this graph. That is how you answer this question. Yeah, that's why they give you 2 marks. You write down the formula, you draw the graph, then you say, because we do not know the population proportion of people who agree with driving age reduced to 15, or we don't know any sample proportion. So we want to know how big should the sample size be. So the only choice we have is n equal to n when proportion is equal to 0.5. Okay, so you explain according to what you know. Write down the formula, draw the graph. It's easier for you. So then you can find the minimum. You can find the minimum sample size by applying into the, so it doesn't mean that minimum. So my Z alpha over 2 will be 1.96. The width will be 2 times 0.04, margin of error square 0.5, 1 minus 0.5. Okay, then you get your answer. Are you okay? So these are the few important things. Okay. It is decided, okay, sufficiently large, then you just, the rest you just go on. Okay. So there are a few important things that you can learn from this SAT. Okay. Can we go to question? The rest, you can get it easily from the answer. You should be able to understand it. Okay, the last question is, okay, you look like I give you 4 marks. I dump you with 4 marks, correct? So what you need to do is you have to find the confidence interval, then you have to explain. So are you okay? So you try. Okay, I just want to tell you, question 4 part B is important. In your this coming SAT, I got ask 1 part like that as well. Okay. So anyone, before we you have any question? Okay, anyone have any question about your folio? You better start off. Today is 16 already. You only have another 15 days. I'm telling you, 1 day, 1 page, 15 days, 15 pages. You better start now. You better each day sit down there, spend at least an hour to do your folio as well as prepare for your exam. I tell you, please don't do last minute. You definitely cannot do last minute one. So because if you start to do now, whatever problem you have, you can text me. I straight away rectify for you. Like a few of your friends had texted me and I told them something. I said, oh, this should be like that, like that, like that. Whether there's 1 claim or 2 claim and
Yes,
Okay.
can I, because I recently just finalized my scenario, can I just send it over to
yeah,
have it
you
checked
can,
out?
you can even
I-
yeah, you can even simple WhatsApp me, then I will try to reply you.
all right. Thank you, Miss.
Yeah, you can WhatsApp you can attach your file to me, then I can just tell you whether that is a claim or not a claim. Because someone have sent me, you cannot write in a question form your claim. You have to write. It's a report. It's not answering question. You have to bear that in mind. So please do that. If you last minute, I have no time, then all the best to you. Okay? Please start today. 1 day, 1 page. By the time to pass up, you almost complete everything. And I can correct you as you write. You want to wait until last minute? That is your choice. And when you write, certain part of it, I can see your flow. I may give you some suggestion how to flow it, up to you. So I'm here to help. You want to help yourself or not? That is up to you. You can email me and you give me in a PDF form. That will be better. I can make the marking and send it back to you. Hello?
Hi.
I may give you some idea also. I may give you some idea, ask you to add this in, add that in to make it better. So now it depends on you, how hardworking you want to be. Okay? Got it?
Yep.
Thank you, class.
Thank you, Miss.
All right. Thank you,
Thank
Miss.
you, Miss.
Mm,
Miss.
yeah.